What's up, everybody, and welcome to Wildcard Sports. In today's video, I'm going to update you guys on the NHL Champion Blueprint. 2 weeks ago, I let you guys know who is in the running, who is in the lead to win the Stanley Cup. Under that black square there, I'll show you guys who is in the lead to win it all. If you guys were going to place a futures bet or something like that, or just make a prediction on who's going to win it all. So there's 4 categories teams have to hit to have the best chance to win the Stanley Cup. Here are the 4 categories. As you can see, top 11 in even strength goal differential, top 12 in even strength save percentage, top 16 in shot against Corsi, and top 14 in goals against. And you're probably wondering, wow, why top 11? Why not just top 10? Why top 12? Why top 16? Why top 14? Well, in years past, most teams that win the championships hit all those categories under that amount. The only one that's a little loose there is the shot against Corsi. There have been teams that won the championship, that won the Stanley Cup. They were in like the top 20. They were ranked 23 or 24, and they still won the Stanley Cup. So shot against Corsi is not a huge stat that you have to hit. So like when you see like teams like Winnipeg, they're not in the top 16. They're right at the end there. You guys can see them at the very bottom right here. And they're like in 17th, 18th place. So I kind of put them there to say, hey, they're all right on the edge, but I'm not worried about them. When you see Winnipeg, number 1 in goals against, that's an amazing stat to have. Number 1 in even strength save percentage, amazing stat to have. And they're top 2 in even strength goal differential. So when you're hitting all those categories, I like Winnipeg a lot at the very top to have the best chance to win it all. I know a lot of you guys would disagree with me on that, but I really love Winnipeg in that regard. So I'll show you guys right now. I'm going to get rid of this black square. Who's hitting all the categories, who's not. And right now, it's kind of obvious. We got the Capitals. They're dominating right now. They got 100 points as of now when I'm recording. The LA Kings, man, they're playing great hockey, and they're just hitting all these categories nicely. They're cruising. Also, the Florida Panthers are making their way up here. They weren't hitting 4-4 throughout most of the season, actually. They're sometimes hitting 3 of 4 categories or not even hitting maybe 2 of the categories. The Tampa Bay Lightning, another team that you really got to keep an eye on. They're playing great, and they have the best chance. A lot of you are probably wondering, why are not the Avs on this list yet? They're getting up there. The Hurricanes weren't in any of these categories throughout the season, even though they were playing great hockey, even though they're playing well. But now the Hurricanes are kind of sneaking up in there. They've been number 1 in shot against Corsi most of the season, so they're doing great in that aspect. They finally got into goals against. They're in the top 14, so that's good to see. And now they're in even strength goal differential. They weren't even in that category most of the season. So as the season's getting close to an end, Hurricanes are climbing up there, and I forgot to add them, right? Oh, no, they're hitting 2 categories as of now, if I'm seeing this right. Okay. First, I thought they were hitting... Oh, they are hitting 3. So you're seeing this in real time. I forgot to add them in 3 of 3, or 3 out of 4. So keep an eye on the Hurricanes. Most of the season, I was kind of hating on them. I'm like, they have no chance to win it all because they were only hitting like 2 categories, if that. But they're sneaking in there. So I like them. But Dallas is a team that was dominating all season long in all these categories. They were hitting 4 of 4 of all these categories, and they finally slipped out. Now they're 3 of 4. And they might even hit 2 out of 4 of these categories because look at goals against. They're in the top 14 now, and they're barely hanging on. They're tied for 14th, so they could slip there and drop. So when the Dallas Stars go to the playoffs, do not waste your money on them winning it all if they slip out. So subscribe to the channel because I'm keeping you guys updated all the way up to playoffs. So this is a good video to watch leading up to playoffs. If you want to make a prediction, fill out a bracket, make a bet on it, all that good stuff. This is good to have. So screenshot this right now. But like I said, subscribe because I'm going to keep you updated all the way up till the playoffs start. Another team I really like that are hitting the categories except Corsi is the Maple Leafs. Maple Leafs are great, hitting all the categories you want to see. They're not in the Corsi. They're not in top 16. But like I said, that's not a big deal. They could be in the top 20, top 25. It really doesn't matter. You can still win a championship not being in the top 16. So I really like them there. But we all know what happens to the Maple Leafs in the playoffs. They tend to choke. So it could happen again. But yes, if you see your team up here, it's looking great. You see the Flames up there, we look at the standings. They're not doing great. I mean, They could get a wild card spot. They have 75 points. They could get that from the Blues, sneak in there. But, you know, the Blues are on some of our lists, as you can see. Oh, see, there's another team I miss. Right in front of you guys, the Blues, 3 out of 4. But they're just sneaking in there. They're kind of dropping in save percentage, so I don't fully trust the Blues. They're at top 14 in goals against, but they're tied with a bunch of teams, so we'll see how they end up at the end. But if you look at the odds for the Stanley Cup, I'm going to show you guys right here. Right now, favored to win it all are the Florida Panthers, the Stars, and then third, the Avalanche. Then you got the Oilers, and you got it all right here. But look at the Kings hitting all these categories. They're plus 2,800. They're not even in the top 5 to win it all. But I believe in the Kings, and I really think they have a really strong shot. Look at the Capitals. They're not even in the top 5. And they're plus 1,100. So I love the Capitals. The Lightning, plus 1,200. You would think Vegas would be a little smarter about this, but they do like the Panthers because they're defending champions, and they're sneaking up in all these categories, and now they're 4-4. So that's why, Panthers have a strong shot. Me personally, I don't know if they're going to go back-to-back, but, you just never know because they are hitting 4-4 categories. They are filling out my blueprint perfectly. So, keep an eye on the Panthers. But if we go back here, like I said, I like the Leafs plus 1,500, but I wouldn't probably waste my money on that. The Devils are doing good, but, I don't think they're going to win it all. But keep your eye on the Washington Capitals, the Tampa Bay Lightning, Winnipeg as well, Winnipeg and the LA Kings. So if you want to put some flyers out there, those are teams that have a legit shot to win the Stanley Cup. And sure, Florida could sneak in there and just win it all. Hopefully not. But, also we got to keep an eye on the Colorado Avalanche. They're getting better since the trade deadline. So we're going to keep an eye on them. Like I said, just follow along, subscribe to the channel. I'm going to keep you updated all the way up to the playoffs. So we could fill out a perfect bracket possibly, or make some money just picking the winner, betting on the winner, whatever you want to do. So I appreciate you guys watching the video. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe if you're new. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.